or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Control is everything.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
I can't believe that I walked around looking like that for so long. I think I avoided looking at myself in the mirror.
It completely changes who you are.
When you need full-mouth dental implants, choose the specialists at Dental Implants GPS.
I'm just going to give you a bunch of hope right now because I'm going to rock your world with what we can do here.
GPS provides people with missing teeth, failing teeth, or unstable dentures full-mouth dental implants.
It's been so life-changing. I'd do it 10 times over.
Call today.
When a serious injury from a motorcycle accident pauses your life, your accident attorneys at Sweet James help you move forward. Call now for a free case review.
Right now at 3, investigators reveal what they say caused a catastrophic Eaton fire. Why people whose homes were destroyed in Altadena say it's what they suspected all along. Lolita.
And I'm Lolita Lopez at LAX, where folks are here trying to catch a glimpse of the president and the new Air Force One.
And the man accused of carrying out a fatal kidnapping in Chino Hills makes his first court appearance today. I'm Christian Gasaros with more on what happened inside that courtroom.
The NBC4 News at 3 starts with breaking news.
Breaking right now at 3, a car carrier crashed into a Panorama City apartment building. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Annabelle Sedano. Take a look at the scene there. NBC4's Eliana Moreno is live in News Channel 4. Eliana, what do we know about this?
Annabelle, we know that this happened about 40 minutes ago here on Van Nuys Boulevard with the cross of Osborne in Panorama City. That car hauler carrying about 7 cars crashed into this 2-story apartment building for reasons that are still under investigation. Incredibly, no one has had to go to the hospital in connection with this. The driver was assessed on scene, but he was not transported. You can see that he also crashed into some parked vehicles here, but apparently nobody inside of those cars. Now, the residents are outside of the building because at this point it's too dangerous for them to go back in. The building and safety department has to assess the building and make sure that it is structurally sound enough for them to re-enter. So in the meantime, they're standing there in the shade waiting for a response here from building and safety to see if they're going to have a place to sleep inside of this apartment building tonight. Otherwise, the Red Cross will likely come out here and help these folks find shelter for the night. In the meantime, Van Nuys Boulevard is going to be shut down here through the area. That hauler still inside of the building. Fire department still on scene. That's latest here from Panorama City. In News Chopper 4, I'm Eliana Moreno. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, it's very active out there. Eliana, thank you for that. And we have more breaking news right now at 3. An armed woman was arrested over the weekend during a security investigation at the Trump National Golf Course. NBC4's Alex Rosier is live in Rancho Palos Verdes, where the president is scheduled to speak tonight. Alex.
Yeah, all of this just happening in the last few moments. So we're learning of this information. Again, the president speaking at Trump National Golf Course, but we are learning of what was a bit of a security scare out here. First, I'll show you all the Secret Service that's here. We just saw the LA County Sheriff's deputies, but I'll tell you that on Saturday, we've learned that deputies responded to this golf course after a woman was reported walking the course, taking pictures and videos, appearing to monitor security planning activities. Sheriff's deputies contacted that woman, and they met this 38-year-old from Downey being investigated for robbery in El Segundo. They learned they detained her and recovered 16-round magazine in her pockets. They then searched her car. They found a loaded pistol in her car. She was arrested on Saturday, but then given the security concerns, the Sheriff's Department searched her home, and that is when they said that they found an AR rifle, .45 caliber pistol, body armor, high capacity magazines, and multiple notebooks containing statements. Again, this is all developing. We just learned this information in the last few minutes. The FBI is now investigating, and as we mentioned, the president will be speaking here at a GOP fundraiser tonight. But again, you can see the Secret Service is on scene. We just saw more than a dozen LA County Sheriff's Department vehicles leave the golf course, but a lot of law enforcement, as it always is for the president. But now, given this new information we've learned, we expect even more law enforcement presence here tonight. We'll bring you the very latest as the president expected to land here in Southern California in the next few hours. Annabelle.
Yes, thank you so much for that. And as we just mentioned, the president is on his way here for that fundraiser. And Governor Gavin Newsom is inviting him to deliver overdue wildfire recovery funds while he's in town. NBC4's Lolita Lopez is live at LAX, where the new Air Force One is expected to touch down in about an hour or so. Lolita.
Yeah, Annabelle, and you can see behind me, you can see the tarmac as well as the runway here. A really good vantage point for a lot of folks who are out here trying to get a glimpse of the president's plane touching down here. We talked to one family off camera from Northern California. They were driving back down to San Diego and said, well, they wanted to stop here to get a look at that plane. Now, the president did leave the D.C. area earlier this afternoon on way to LAX. He's coming here to attend that Republican National Committee fundraising event and the dinner that's at the Trump National Golf Course in Rancho Palos Verdes. Trump expected to highlight his administration's economic and crime policies, and he's also expected to have some criticism for Governor Gavin Newsom during that event. He is traveling on the new Air Force One, a gift from the Qatar Royal family. It had been grounded last month, sent away for upgrades amid swirling concerns about its security features. Now, for some locals and aviation enthusiasts, it was a good chance to see the new plane.
I come out here every once in a while just to spot the planes, but when I heard that he might be coming in today, I made a point to be out here.
Trump was last officially in Los Angeles in January 2025, right after the Eaton and Palisade fires. Back then, he met with people in the Palisades and Governor Newsom and pushed for faster rebuilding. Well, today, the governor criticized the president, saying he has not fulfilled promises to fire survivors 18 months after those fires. The governor is asking for federal reimbursement in the millions of dollars that he says has not been paid out and advocating for long-term federal disaster funding. Now, the president is expected to be at the golf club for that 6:30 event, and then right back here to LAX, where he's expected to take off for another event in Las Vegas tonight. That's the very latest from LAX. We'll have more from here in about an hour. For now, we're live. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, and we are monitoring the president's visit. Again, like Lolita said, we are having more for you coming up here at 4. Thank you, Lolita. Developing now on the Eaton fire disaster, investigators say they've concluded that electrical equipment in the hills above Altadena caused the Eaton fire. NBC4 Investigates was the first to show you more than a year ago video of the fire spreading from below power lines above. And now the official report confirms what many fire victims and their lawyers have been saying for more than a year. NBC4 investigative reporter Eric Leonard joins us live from the newsroom with more on the findings. And Eric, we're talking 18 months to confirm this cause.
That's right. I mean, these investigations take a long time. They're meticulous and complicated, especially when it comes to looking at the clues that were left over from something that burned. So this comes from both the LA County Fire Department and CAL FIRE. They were working together to pinpoint what they call the origin and cause of the Eaton fire. And no surprise, they say it ignited in the brush right below a Southern California Edison electric tower. But for the attorneys representing thousands of Eaton fire victims now suing Edison, they say this official finding doesn't change much.
That report simply confirms what we all knew from pretty much day one. As you may know, we filed the first Eaton fire lawsuit back in January, right after the fire occurred. It's because our investigators at that time confirmed that it was most likely an SCE line that caused this fire.
The new official findings made public today say that the sparks that ignited the brush on the night of January 7th, 2025, fell to the ground because of electrical arcing on one of 3 Southern California Edison towers on a hill above Altadena. The report says these arcing events eject